outsourcing your ads management too soon can have a devastating effect on your e-commerce business and your growth. I've seen this time and time again over the past 10 years where people fall into, I don't want to say a trap, but a false sense of security that outsourcing to an agency or a freelancer who is, in inverted air quotes, an expert, will get a much better result than what you can yourself, and saves you heaps of time and so on. But what it costs you is far greater than what it benefits you. And today I'm going to unpack exactly what that looks like. All right, let's go. Hi, welcome to the Online Store Success Podcast. I'm your host, Jody Minto, an e-commerce coach and meta ads specialist. Each week, I share with you practical strategies to help you grow a profitable online store that runs in school hours and supports your lifestyle. Let's get into it. Outsourcing your meta ads management sounds really sexy. I get it. Like imagine if you could just hand them over to someone else that's highly skilled and knows your customer inside and out. It knows their pain. It understands them deeply. It knows your products inside and out and what your USP is and what makes you different and why you stand out. And they build awesome creatives and they write awesome ad copy that just sounds like you. And then the ROAS is just coming through. It's like amazing. It's like, oh my gosh, like 6 ROAS or whatever it might be. And the cost per sale is really low and you're getting high volume of sales. Like imagine how exciting, how wonderful that would be. The problem is though, I don't know too many people that have ever had that experience. I speak to obviously e-commerce business owners every single day. I've had my own business for 20 years. I've had a number of different businesses. Some of my first businesses I used to advertise in the Yellow Pages book. Remember those? And I had a website. I was one of the first people to have a website. How groundbreaking. But no. In the last 10, 12 years, I myself have been running ads, and things have changed absolutely. However, conversation after conversation after conversation of people running ads through an agency, it's never usually a positive conversation. What happens is a number of different things. First of all, they either if it's a bigger agency, they get sold by the salesperson on a sales call where they're promised the earth and you're like, yes, I feel really excited about this. And they give these like case studies from like 1 or 2 unicorn clients. And they're like, we specialize in whatever industry you're in, even when they don't. And anyway, they sign you up usually for at least 3 months, if not 6 months, sometimes longer. Sometimes they even make you sign up with a commission or percentage based off sales from your ads. If, you're really unlucky. And then your ad account gets handed over to a junior because let's face it, if you're listening to this podcast, you're probably not spending $100,000 a month on your ads. You're probably spending a lot less than that. So in the eyes of an agency, that is a smaller account. And that's going to go to one of the new folks that have never spent their own money on ads. They've never had their own business. They've never experienced that anxiety or that stress or that pressure around these better work because this is my hard-earned money. And then on top of that, you've got your ad spend, of course, but then you've also got their bill, their ad agency fee. And like I said, sometimes they even lock you in for a commission deal, which is a terrible, terrible idea. Then what happens is you start seeing your ads in your feed yourself and you're like, what is this? What is this? This doesn't sound like me. What is that image they've used? They're talking about a product that doesn't even link to the product that they're showing in the image. And then you look at your ad account or your Shopify dashboard and you're like, oh my gosh, where is the sales? And then you look at your bank account and you're like, oh my gosh, where is the money gone? And then lo and behold, at the end of the month, you owe them $3,000 for their fee and you've got nothing to show for it. This story alone, I could tell in my sleep because I've heard it so many times, right? So many times. Then recent stories I've heard, which scare me even more, is that they hand their ads management over to a VA, and often an overseas VA who, and look, I use overseas VAs. They're amazing. They will give anything a crack. They want to help you. They definitely want to help you. But are they an expert in all of the things, particularly in managing your money? No, my friend, they are not. So what happens is like, they're like, oh, well, I've got my VA doing it. And they're like, okay, well, how's that going? You're like, well, it's terrible. I might not be paying $3,000 a month to an agency or paying someone else over here, but their ads are still bad. And the outcome is that there's still no sales coming through or very few sales whatsoever. And you're not really sure what to do next. Again, a similar story that I've seen more often than not. And, same thing, that they're like, all this money, this time, this effort, either being onboarded with an agency or training a staff member to try and take care of something that you yourself don't fully understand, doesn't get you where you want to go. So outsourcing your ads too early can cost you so much, not just money and time and lack of results, but it can also stop you from truly having the business that you should have. What I see too, so even if someone is working with an agency and things like that, and they're like, well, I'm only spending, I don't know, $20 a day because I have to pay them $4,000 a month. So I don't have much money to actually spend on my ads. And maybe the results are acceptable, or there's a little small sprinkling of sales coming through, but certainly not enough to scale the business, certainly not enough to start paying themselves, the owner, a wage or anything like that, right? So the growth is then significantly strangled because it's like, well, I can't, and if I want to increase my ad spends, then the ad agency is then turning around and going, well, we're going to have to up you the retainer. So it can hamper your growth really, really significantly as well. Even when it comes to maybe doing some sort of special campaign, maybe it's a Black Friday campaign or whatever it might be, and you want to create some new campaign, new ads that are going to really amplify this campaign, and then you go to your agency or your VA, and then they don't get the ad campaigns and the ads built in time, and you've missed this huge opportunity, right? So there's that delay as well when it comes to being able to quickly implement and test new things. And also the flip side of that, this delay in turning things off when they're not working. So in an agency situation, that happens a lot too. That if you've got the junior looking after your account because you're only spending $50 a day, they're probably only in your account twice a week. And you possibly have spent, I don't know, a couple $100 by the end of the week on something that hasn't even got any clicks on it. And you're like, well, that should have been turned off sooner, right? Or it's got a typo in it or something, right? So there's the delay in scaling your business and growing your business. There is obviously the cost in your time, your sanity levels, and cold hard cash. But then there's also the fact that you never fully get a grasp on how this ad system works, what your ad strategy should be, because you have pushed it aside to someone else and are like, I'm not going to think about it anymore. I've handed it over to the experts. So I'm not going to have a full understanding of it, when in fact, for most e-commerce brand owners, Meta ads drive anywhere between 60 to 90% of their monthly sales. And you've handed that main sales strategy over to someone else that doesn't really give two hoots about your success. They're like, oh, if I get a couple of sales, they should be happy. They don't really care, right? So for something that is the biggest driver of sales in your business, shouldn't you understand how it works? Shouldn't you understand the overall strategy? Shouldn't you be the one that knows how to read the results, come in, make quick changes, turn something on, turn something off, and test something new, rather than relying on someone else? Doing and learning and managing ads yourself will put you in the driver's seat of your success. And I can't emphasize this enough. I know there's plenty other coaches out there that are saying, hey, like the same thing. You need to take control of your ads. If you really, really want to grow this online store, ads will be a big part of it. And you understanding them and you managing them, particularly like now in this stage of business where you might be like up to the sort of 7 figures, it's really important that you're the one with the finger on the buttons here, right? I want you to be in control of your destiny. Perhaps when you're doing 8 figures or even multi 7 figures, by then maybe you'll just hire someone in-house, right, to manage your ads for you. There's a marketing manager and this is one of their jobs, right? But you will still know how to read the numbers, how to come in and have a look and go, oh gosh, that's not working, this is working, we need to refresh our strategy. And then you can continue to then set the strategy and set the expectations around what we're working towards, and then just manage the staff. So outsourcing your ads too early is costing you way more than you think. If you've listened to this episode, or if you've experienced any of those scenarios that I shared with you, and you're like, that's it, I've had enough. It's time for me to take the reins of this beast and manage these ads myself. Come on over and have a look at my program. It's called Ecom Ads Academy. It's been running for years now. I want to say, I don't know, the years keep flashing before my eyes. I feel like it's about 6 years I've been running this program. And it is equipped over 100 e-commerce brand owners on how to be the CEO when it comes to their ads management, how to read the numbers, how to set the strategy, how to build the campaigns, how to understand what part they play in the bigger marketing funnel and marketing strategy, and be the one to make those important decisions and help their business grow. If you are ready to take the reins, be sure to come and check it out. I'm going to link it in the show notes. Early enrollment is open right now, and we get officially started on the 27th of July. But if you enroll early, what happens is you get instant access to all of the modules, including roadmaps based on where you might be, whether you are brand new to ads and you're getting started, there's a roadmap for you to follow. Or if you are more experienced in ads, but you need to upgrade your skills and your confidence and understand what's working right now, there's a roadmap for you for those that are scaling. So it fits for both stages of business, and there's a roadmap that directs you in line with where you are starting from. And then also, like I said, starting 27th of July, we have the live group coaching container starts, where we have weekly group calls where I do account teardowns, reviews, look at your ads, give you feedback on what to do next, as well as a community where you can ask questions in between, and so many other things. I even have lots of AI tools to help you now as well in between calls and going forth. You get lifetime access to those modules and any updates as well. So go and check it out. It's an incredible program. I always get such great feedback. It's also always a small, intimate group, usually no more than 20 people in it. So you don't have to sit on a Zoom call with 300 other people and never ever get your ads looked at over the course of our time together. No, everyone generally will get 3 or 4 ad reviews over our 8 weeks together. So go and check it out. If you've got any questions at all, DM me on Instagram Academy, and we can chat some more as well. Okay, thank you for listening. And remember, if you like these episodes, I'd be so grateful if you could go and give me a little review on your podcast listener. That would really make my day. All right, that's it for me today. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Online Store Success with me, Jody Minto. If you loved it, please share it with your friends on Instagram and tag me at @IamJodyMinto so I can say thank you. And if you really want to make my day, please go ahead and leave me a review on Apple Podcasts and give me a follow. If you'd like my help in starting or scaling your online store, be sure to check out my free resources and programs at jodyminto.com. Thanks again, and same time, same place next week. Bye for now.